captains arrive and make the ark whole. From the bridge to the galley, the message is sent to the captains who steer through the starlight descent. Give us your riddles, your maps, and your light in the second star mailbag. Everything's right.
Hey guys, welcome to the second Star to the Right Mailbag show. This could be our first of many or our last of one, so thank you for giving us a shot. Before we start off, I want to give a special shout out to 4 of our new members. We have Zach, Dark Guyver, Dan Dare, and Dodden. Very happy to have you along. You came at a great time. Kind of needed some help. You guys came along. And you've been awesome. You've been doing great in the boss battles, doing great in events. Dark Guyver got top 50. Impressive. I think I had like 85,000 points in squad shares. Amazing. Speaking of that, I was comparing our roster from this point 2 years ago. And overall, we've had 25 new members. So that's quite a bit of a turnover for us. And overall, we've had 24 members that have been with us as long as either I have or before I have. For a mobile game to have 50% retention, that's incredible. I came in right at the beginning of 2020, and some of the same faces have been here forever, and you guys are just still grinding it out at a high level. Some of our new members that have come in the last 2 years includes Captain Trips, CT Tech, E-Mark, Inkilla, Eric 2.0, Gimme Chocolate, Jackie Detona, Jules, Katla, KJ47, Ken Tankers, Murrow, Okana, Arias, Sixsmith, Voodoo, Webaruni, I can't say that name 3 times, Wolf359, and X-Ray Leadhead. Thank you guys all again. You guys either came because you saw a recruiting post, or I found you out in the open, or we just had a pre-existing relationship with another fleet and you guys came along. Thank you so much. You've made Second Star to the Right an outstanding fleet. Thank you so much. With that being said, I also want to give a shout out to our highest performer. For the last 8 weeks, we've had 3 people just dominating the ranks and carrying with their points and everything, allowing us to do pretty well in the fleet rankings. I know we're not first or second as much as we used to be and everything, but 3rd, 4th, 5th, that's still pretty darn good. In a game with, at any given time, you have 15,000 people that at least do 1 point in an event. That's pretty impressive for, to basically be a small group of 50 people and dominating week in and week out. GM Lorca has had the highest overall average rank, followed by Kiwi. No surprise there, right? And also Nolan. Thank you guys from 1st to 3rd. There's been other people. I gave a shout out not too long ago to Eric 2.0. It was kind of shocking. I was like, wow, you've been doing top 5 of the rankings over that same amount, same period. So thank you so much. Now, you guys didn't come here to watch me blabber on, or did you? I bet you did. So our first mailbag question, and this was all anonymous. Some people left their names. I didn't include that just for, just to make people feel more comfortable. The first question is kind of a fluff piece. Why is a Second Star to the Right the best? Well, the simple answer is because of you guys. It's a delicate balance to make everything go. And for the most part, you guys are really hands off, so it's easy. Sometimes I'm a little too hands off and I don't really realize when somebody hasn't been online for a week. Well, it happens, right? It can be hard to identify when people are slowing down. So that is a difficult conversation. Some people are like, hey, I'm logging in daily and everything. Like, well, you need a little bit more to stay here, but we have other opportunities for daily fleets that still exist. I used to run Freedom Fighters back in the day, and then from basically when the game started until around 2018, when, if any of you old timers remember when the ID 4-pack came out, I didn't like how they handled that, especially because I hadn't had a first to max in almost a year, and I got the I think it was Smuggler Yates, and they took it away from me. I'm like, but that was legit. Why are you taking it away? It wouldn't be for another 2 years that I realized that I still kept the First to Max title on there. I just didn't have the character anymore. So, anyways, that bugged me. I played Dr. Mario for a bit, and then that game came and went. So after 2 years, I came and started playing the game again. And with my relationship with Freedom Fighters, you know, basically everybody that was a top 10 fleet, we all had kind of a group and we kind of tried to keep the peace. And, you know, I developed a relationship with Barkley, and I realized Second Star Right was above anything I could do at Freedom Fighters. So I came, learned a lot, and eventually got the head position. I do split with Plankton and Spotwoods a lot because sometimes, you know, I need a break. They need a break. It's very hard to recruit and just deal with, you know, any kind of potential issues that come and go. So simply, that's why Second Star is the best, because of you guys. Next one, please, could you give someone in the GMT time permission to start fleet boss battles? I wasted a lot of tickets because I'm maxed out and nothing to shoot at. Many things. You know, honestly, I didn't know that this was a problem. You know, I'm in the Pacific time zone, so a lot of times, you know, especially on the weekends and stuff, I'm going to bed at midnight. I see things are still kind of going, so I didn't know that was an issue. I'm excited to say I did promote 3 people, which I think are in that time zone, so hopefully that will help. If it's still a problem, you know, this time next week, please let me know, and I can help solve that. Overall, the officer position is kind of a little different than here. I know Space Junkies and Spartacus, they kind of promote everybody as an officer, and rightfully so. I mean, if you're, you know, in one of these fleets, you know, you're the best of the best, so why not give you the officer position? I did approach that a couple months ago. People were kind of a little hesitant to say everybody gets it. So essentially, if you are demonstrating that you are basically officer material by kind of leading, whether it be leading boss battles, especially boss battles, leading chats in Discord, doing great in event rankings, I automatically just go out of my way and promote. Or if there's a situation where, you know, an officer position is needed to start boss battles, I'm going to give it to you. Honestly, if you've been here for 6 months and you want it, just let me know, because sometimes I don't know if people want it. Sometimes I've asked people and they're like, no, I don't want that position. Okay, cool. Because then you do kind of get in the drama, because anytime I'm running into head with the potential conflict of a decision and stuff, you know, I will start bouncing people around. And the drama could be fun, but you know, once you get into the weeds of things and you start learning everything, you're like, man, this game can be slimy. So just keep that in mind. Third question we have is, what is the reason for the boss battle strategy? This does come up from time to time, and honestly, it's hard to balance what everybody wants. Kind of taking the approach where we're keeping a bunch of them open to allow the opportunity to either farm for honor, magnesite, or to actually get the supplies other people knew. I for the longest time, I didn't know that people needed the Billy 3 drops anymore. So I have been trying to focus and make sure that Ultra, at least the Doomsday Ultra, gets completed at 50%. And then we focus on the Borg Ultra. I know it's kind of a issue with getting the Borg tickets, but that one really goes a lot faster because you can do damage at a higher rate. I'm almost getting 70 million every time I attack it without even chains being cleared. I know not everybody has that exact crew. That's fine. But, you know, with the higher damages, you know, and the limited resources to focus on nodes, that's kind of the strategy at this point. If things change in the future, we certainly can. I know some are just focusing on the hard Borg battles while still doing the old Ultra, and that seems to be working out as well. I'm just trying to make sure that everything's going 24 hours a day. I just want everybody, whenever you're logged in, you have the opportunity to do your thing and go about your businesses. Our next question, well, actually, it's more of a suggestion. Okay. Bring back the Player of the Week rewards. It is something that I did for a few months, and then I kind of noticed that the same people are winning all the time. It was kind of, getting dragged, having to come up with something creative week in and week out. I'm excited to say that based on that suggestion, I'm not going to do it weekly, but I'll do it monthly. And what I'll do is I'll open up a channel and kind of get some feedback of nominations and stuff. Don't make me choose because it's really hard, but just nominate somebody. And we'll take kind of maybe a poll or something. Whatever the nomination is, I'll give them a special shout out. And then we'll figure out some kind of rewards or something to go in the background. Now, if I select you, you got to keep the reward, even if it's something stupid. Don't give it to somebody else. You guys are great, but once it starts trickling, everybody's like, no, I don't need it. Give it to someone else. You guys are very generous in that regard. And I want to say that's very nice. We're not a selfish fleet. And I love that. Finally, I want to say thank you again. I know this weekend we battled between 3rd and 5th place, so we ended up in 4th place. Sunday afternoon, I noticed we had 4th place locked down. So thank you very much. Shuttle events can be difficult. This fleet was really built on galaxies. So not a lot of galaxy events are out there anymore. It's kind of a shame, but even I was getting burnt out on them because you could spend 4 to 6 hours, to try and do a top 100 run, and now you're dealing with the little bot check all the time. So once they put that in, I was like, I don't know if I like these anymore. Skirmishes can be long, so I know we got a skirmish and a specialist coming down the road. I want to say, one thing with the Voyage event coming up. I know it's not a lot of people's thing. I'm familiar with doing 1.5 hour shuttles all the time, so doing a 2-hour routine, that's not very difficult for me. I will give an option of doing the kazoo method. Basically, what he once said is that he gets up to the 2-hour threshold and he slaps a gold, purple, whatever skip you can. So that way, when you're waking up in the morning, you're already at the 4-6 hour dilemma. And then you battle it out, and you log in 2 or 3 times a day and just rinse and repeat each day. I think that should be more than enough for top 1500, if not 750. So consider that. I'm trying more to get fast forwards. Now that I'm able to have a large amount of antimatter, I can basically go a full 4 hours before needing to do a refresh. So this you may see me complaining about all the time. I can't get enough fast forwards to stay with the top people. I am going to try something different this week, where I normally buy 2 packs of cadet tickets each day. So that's about 300 dill. 6. So I have about 60 cadet tickets coming on Thursday is usually the idea. And I would always focus on elite, but after this last weekend where I bought some shuttle packs and everything, those premium boosts are pretty good at dropping fast forward. So I'm going to actually try the epic tier. It's only 3 single pulls, but I'm going to try at least 10 tickets and just see what I get on those 30 single pulls. See if it's, if I get 1 fast forward in that's good enough for me. That's better than what I was getting, where sometimes I'd be lucky to get 1 fast forward after 40 pulls. I do want to give everybody a shout out for Mother's Day. Whether you are a mother or have a mother, you all deserve that. Know that I'm very grateful to have you in our humble little fleet. I know that you may be doing some festivities and busy with that on Sunday. I hope you guys have fun. If that's, for whatever reason, if that's not your thing or whatever, and you have a beer on me, have a piece of cake, pet your dog, whatever makes you happy. Thank you guys so much for being in this fleet. If there's anything I can do, I'd rather make you guys happy than risk the chance of losing you. I know for the most part that anytime someone leaves, it's just because they're burnt out of the game. Understandable. So please let us know, even if you have to run it up the grapevine of somebody else. Just get that information back to me. And thank you again, and live long and prosper.
Chart spread wide on the upsitting glass, observing the eons and shadows that pass. Our trajectory steady, the course is defined, but the heart of the engine is what we can't find. But the heart of the engine is what we can't find. We're scanning the stars for a signal unknown, a frequency hum through the great cosmic phone. So dial the frequency, hail every soul, let the questions arrive and make the ark whole. From the bridge to the galley, the message is sent to the captains who steer through the starlight descent. Give us your riddles, your maps and your light in the second star mailbag. Everything's right. Transmissions are stacking like clouds in the bay, thoughts on the warp core that led us astray. Navigators are pausing to sharpen the pen, to answer the inquiries of all the brave men. From the rim to the center, the data's flowing. From the rim to the center, the data is flowing. The curiosity deepens as the journey is growing. Let the questions arrive and make the ark whole. From the bridge to the galley, the message is sent to the captains who steer through the starlight descent. Give us your riddles, your maps and your light in the second star mailbag. Everything's right. Captains, we're waiting, set your dials, second star to the right. Transmission ended.